Hey guys, Terrence here again with another edition of Let's Talk Reef. It is Black Friday, officially Black Friday, not Black Friday week, not the lead up to Black Friday. It is actually Black Friday. We're here in San Jose, California, at one of my favorite local fish stores here, locally to us, one of the top fish stores in the country, Neptune Aquatics. We also have Tom out on the East Coast in Florida at one of the best local fish stores out there, Top Shelf Aquatics. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a great show here. I can't wait to show you guys what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some fun stuff here, setting up an Apex live on camera to show you how simple it is. Let's go inside. Let's get seated at the table in there, see what's going on. And hopefully the tech is working. There goes Vincent, look at him running in. This is like the Tonight Show. You're coming in through the back way.
A little choppy.
Oh, of course it's choppy. It's the NDI cam. All right, so let's see. Now I'm back here. We are live in the showroom for Neptune Aquatics. Hope you guys are all joining us now. We'll go back to the main shot. And now we're sitting here at the table. We've got this awesome tank here behind us. It's been here since they opened this store a few years ago. We've got another one behind us here. As you saw in the opening shot, we got 3 or 4 more here in the showroom. Black Friday, man, I am super excited. We've been kicking off specials all week. Of course, the Core 20, the ATK on special. Now we've got 10% off on all Neptune products, except the Trident, of course. And we're here local in San Jose, California. Now, one of the things we're going to do here today is first talk about what's on sale and some of the products that are on sale. And what I want to do to do that is actually bring in Tom from out in Florida. I'm actually going to ring Tom up on Skype right now. We're doing this kind of live, so wow, this is, who knows how it's going to work, right? Let's get Tom on the horn here. Tom. Oh man, nervousness. Tom, ringing up Tom on the Skype. Let's get Tom on, see if he can come in. We're ringing you up, Tom. Uh-oh. Is technology going to work for Tom? If not, we're going to have to run a different way here in the beginning, but we'll wait to see if Tom answers. So anyway, if you guys, any of you guys are here in San Jose area, in the Northern California area, for the next hour, you want to come down and see us shoot one of these live streams, you want to get some deals. Oh look, there's Tom ringing in right now. I got to find out how to answer on here. Oh no. Tom, you there?
I am here.
Awesome. All right. So there's Tom.
Can you see me?
Tom needs to sit in the middle of the camera like I am, right? And we've got, there we go. Now I can see Tom. Tom, are you running horizontal or vertical there, man? Because I've got you off the side.
Uh-oh, should be sideways.
Okay. I can change things around. Don't you worry. We have the power. There's Tom by himself.
That'd be great.
We will shrink me down into the corner. Right down here. Okay, Tom. Boom. There we go. Now we got me in the corner and got Tom full screen. Tom, where are you right now?
I'm at Top Shelf Aquatics in Orlando. I got Steve over here. What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Steve?
Super short. What's going on? How you doing?
We are at
Happy Black Friday to everyone.
Hey, yeah, no doubt. We are right out here in San Jose, California, which is what I would consider the kind of twin counterpart to Top Shelf Aquatics in terms of the quality of a local fish store. We went to the best local fish stores on Black Friday to do our Black Friday live stream. We got Neptune Aquatics here, Top Shelf Aquatics on the East Coast. And tell us what's going on out there, man.
Yeah, man. So we have essentially been here since about 5 a.m. this morning. We had about 200 plus people online for Black Friday.
Wow.
We had we're running about 450, 460 transactions as of right now today. So it has been a very, very, very busy day. We have 20 of us working, and yeah, it's been a really, really crazy day. And you know, we took a ton of Apex. We had a bunch of Tridents for all of our customers, which is great.
You're selling Apex? You mean people want the Apex?
No, they were like unicorn. What's a unicorn? It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're having a good time out here, and we have a lot of stuff left. And I mean, what time is it? It's like 4 o'clock here. We probably have 30, 40 people in the store. So it's been nonstop, and it's really cool.
Steady stream of customers for sure.
So do you have any more Tridents there?
We do have a Trident left. Actually, I think somebody was actually just asking us about the last one.
Okay.
So we do, and we do have a couple bundles, but essentially these are Red Sea tanks full of Apex products. So almost every Red Sea tank that we sold today got an Apex system for them.
Look at that.
Just teaching people and explaining, but our goal was to have as much Apex as your warehouse, and I think we got kind of close to that. So.
You guys have a ton of gear, and it's definitely the day to move it. I mean, all the Neptune stuff, except the Trident, is 10% off. I know you're probably running some incredible deals on the tanks along with all the other gear. So if anybody's even thinking about upgrading their tank, getting the next bigger tank, you need to come down to Top Shelf. Look at that display. I mean, that is insane. These guys, you know what? I'll tell you what. You guys here at Neptune Aquatics, you've got a pretty cool display behind me here, but these guys, I think they one up to you a little bit. I think you guys are going to have to get to work on that because that's pretty baller, man. So we've got some people online here. I don't know. We got people from Houston, Texas. We got people from Idaho. We got people coming from all Northern California. Somebody says they're 3 hours from Neptune Aquatics. It's worth the drive, okay? So you guys don't realize how lucky you are out there in Orlando because you've got your store. Of course, you've got a few of your competitors out there, but overall, there's just so much to choose from in Florida. You would think that out here in Northern California, where there's millions and millions of people, that we would have 3, 5, 10 really cool local fish stores to choose from. Fact is that that's not the case. There's 2 or 3 in the Bay Area here that are really good, okay, for millions and millions of people. And if you want to go anywhere else, you got to go out from the Bay Area to get there. So it's really kind of crazy. You guys probably don't know how lucky you are.
Yeah. Well, also too, I was telling Tom I wanted to kind of show. I don't know how much time you guys might have, but I want to show you guys the new farm.
Yeah, show us. Let's see what's going on.
What I'm gonna do is I want Tom to just show kind of like our store. The retail store is a little. Oh, look at this! That wasn't even set up. Look, so there's a Trident going out.
This is actually happening.
Oh, look at this! It's live right now. Let's see who's getting it. Let's see them on camera. Let's see. Let's talk to them.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This is like the Tonight Show. Let's talk to them.
Hey, Ben.
They're in here somewhere.
Say,
this is this guy.
All you have to do is announce.
This is his third one.
We sold the Trident out from under you, and they'll come out. Hey, what's going on, man? You're live on Let's Talk Reef, man.
Yeah, this is his third one.
It's your third Trident.
Third one. Hey, I got to hear about that. Is he flipping them? Please tell me he's got 3.
No, he wants to know if he's selling them on eBay.
Maybe. No, he's definitely not. I've seen them in working. So, and I had to set some of them up. So.
Awesome. Well, he must have some great tanks.
We could take a walk over to the
we're going to take a walk over to the farm.
Over there too.
Okay.
Come back in like 3 minutes?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go.
I can come on. All right. Let's go.
Let's
go
go
for a walk.
So anyway, guys, while you guys are walking, one of the things I wanted to tell you guys about on this sale, there's a few items that are kind of a big deal. Let's go ahead and flip this around to me, and we'll shrink them down here while they're doing that. One of the biggest deals on Black Friday, in my opinion, is if you want a lot of flow in your aquarium, this is 4,000 gallons of flow with the Wave, okay? This product is generally $174.95, okay? It's today $157 for the Wave. You can get 2 waves. One of the funny things is that people say, well, you have to have an Apex to run the Wave. And that's true, but you can get 2 waves and buy an Apex EL basically for $50, $30 over what it would cost you to buy 2 just of the power heads of the competition. Okay? So think about that for a second. You can get 2 today of the Waves and an Apex EL for basically the cost of just 2 power heads from the competing power head. So you can have, and that means you have a full controller, everything, and you don't need separate power supplies for these. They just plug into the Energy Bar 832, so it's really clean on your system, and they give you tons of flow. So that's one of the products today for sure to be checking out. If you're out and about at local fish stores like Neptune Aquatics, come on down here. I can tell you they have at least one in stock because I have it. And then, or obviously online if you can't get to a local fish store. The other deal I want to bring up is one I talked about a couple days ago, which is the dose and the DDR combo. So when you buy the dose and you buy the DDR, and you buy them separately, normally the dose is $300, the DDR, which is basically the thing that holds the fluids, right, with the optical sensor in it, your reservoirs, that's normally $200. These two together are normally $500 for the pair. Then we sell them for $450 when you buy them as a pair, right, as a discount, normally. But today, because there's 10% off, you get both of these for $405. This is the biggest bargain of all Black Friday, to get a dose and a DDR for $400. It's like getting the DDR for $100 basically. So I would go to your store, check those out as well. If you're looking to get a dose and a DDR, today is the day to do it. Same thing with the Apex EL that I have somewhere, one around here, but that doesn't matter. It's $450 for an Apex EL. Now we're going to click back over. We're going to go over to the farm again, see what's going on with those guys. All right, guys, what are we doing?
All right, guys, so welcome back. So we walked over to our farm. For those that don't know much about aquaculture aquatics, we are aquaculturing essentially all of our corals, or 90% of our corals here. Over the last year, this particular system is one of our main SPS systems. It's a lower nutrient system, higher light, lots of fish, bioload, all that good stuff. And this is where all of our signature pieces that we release that you guys may have seen, essentially this is their home. It's about 2,000 gallons, give or take. And we have a lot of a full Apex system on this as well, with the Trident as well. That we bought retail when they first came in. We're not just going to get it. But this was the system that we really needed it on. So I wanted just to maybe do a couple top-down shots so you guys can appreciate kind of what we got going on here.
So how has it been having the Trident on these systems? Have you noticed a difference? Has it made, whether it's just making it easier, or have you noticed an appreciable difference into the quality of the growth or any colors or anything like that?
Yeah, the sheer consistency, especially with the sticks, the consistent alkalinity and calcium and magnesium has definitely increased our growth. In fact, now we are battling nutrient issues because stuff's growing so fast and it's been so consistent. So we're continuously adding food, adding new fish through QC, continuously over and over and over again because of the consistency. And, it's just nice to have that peace of mind, behind, hey, listen, these elements are where they need to be, or hey,
right.
It's sucking a lot right now. Really cool thing is you can actually see when we're running new corals through quarantine and we put them in the system, you can actually see almost the increase in the draw of adding big batches of corals into the system, which we were never able to see before, and actually see what time of the day these corals are actually consuming these trace elements more or less depending on the pH, which is really cool for a lot of the research that we're doing. Different lighting as well. There's a lot of other stuff besides just consistency. You're able to see and research a lot of the different types of phases that the corals are actually going through, and when it's consuming more, when it's consuming less, depending on nutrients and lighting aspects. So it's really been a game changer for us, even on a farming aspect, let alone a hobbyist aspect.
It is amazing how things that you do in the tank change the uptake one way or the other. That with a cycle time, even with farms like you, where you have people employed to do these things, you're still sometimes only testing once or twice a day because you got so much else going on, right? But when you're able to then test 6 or 12 times a day and understand what's going on, you could do something as simple as moving things around in a tank, and it will upset the tank for a day where you can't get you don't get any consumption for a day, right? And then under normal circumstances, you would have overshot the DKH, and the tank would have to come down and back, and you're constantly chasing things. But with the dose and the Trident together, it really is a game changer, no doubt.
Yeah, it's definitely, we were essentially testing water, like you said, once or twice a day. And when you have 30 systems, it's essentially a full-time employee.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, we still test these tanks weekly just to verify.
Of course.
I would, strongly recommend people, hey, the Trident is great, but it's a tool.
Absolutely.
Just to make sure everything's running right. But every now and then, it doesn't hurt to throw a sulfur test or.
Oh no, we recommend that as well. I mean, this is the way it is, right? You can't, no matter what the product, no matter what the methodology, you can't trust one thing universally. Whether it's your temperature, whether it's your alkalinity, pH, whatever it may be, it's always good to look at things from multiple angles in case something is going wrong. Yeah, no doubt. Well, that looks great, man. Look at all those corals. You guys just have some of the top stuff, too. I mean, that's why it's called Top Shelf, right? I mean,
I said when I came in, like, just before, because we were here, for MACNA not all that long ago, but the amount of growth already since then, 3.5 months or whatever, is staggering. I mean, everything's definitely looking very bulky, and the tentacles are out. Everything looks, it's actually very difficult to take it all in because there's so many good things that it's just kind of information overload. I think it's easier when there's 10 or 12 things to pick out a couple things you like, but there are literally thousands of things that I want in my tank here, so it's very hard to isolate, personal favorite.
Sure. So, what's your web address again if people want to buy online if they're not local to you? Is it TopShelfAquatics.com?
Yeah, so TopShelfAquatics.com. Right now, too, we actually have a live sale, or it's a Black Friday sale going on. We are releasing batches of corals throughout the day. Essentially, it was midnight this morning, 8 a.m., noon, and then we have another batch of 400 corals at 8 p.m. And the corals are like 70% off.
Whoa!
On the site. A lot of this is high aquacultured. We have. I think we'll have a little over 1,000 corals on the site today, throughout the day. We have free corals, $1 and $5 corals, and gift cards that are given away on the site. So, you can go on there if you.
I've got it on the screen right now for you, so people can see on the screen. It's TopShelfAquatics.com. Go out there, check out their sale, and pick yourself up some great corals. I know I got some coral from you guys. I think it was about 2 years ago. I actually picked up like beach bum monopora and a few other monoporas, and when I did, I had them in too bright of an area in my tank, and they just kind of lived, right? I finally moved them to another area of the tank with a lot less light, and now that beach bum monopora is just starting to grow wild now. So that's one to go out there and look for. Awesome. I know that's one of your corals. I think Pikachu or something like that too, monopora. And a couple others didn't make it, but those two are really amazing. And so I know you guys have some of the best stuff out there, and you still have a bunch of Apex gear in stock, so let's get some people out there to go shop at a local fish store, a great local fish store there is it Winter Park or just Orlando? I get them mixed up.
Essentially both. It's Winter Park, but Winter Park is considered Orlando.
Okay.
So we're in the area.
Okay, so they're in Winter Park, Orlando, Florida, and go on down there. They've got tons of coral in stock. They've got all their Apex gear, 10% off, except for the Trident. I don't know. Maybe they have another Trident with a bundle. Maybe they don't have any more Tridents. I don't know.
We have a couple bundles left.
Wouldn't snooze on it.
Okay, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you guys go.
Cheers. Bye, guys.
We're gonna basically, Tom, you can say goodbye to everybody here. We're gonna go back and do some fun stuff here with the guys here at Top Shelf Aquatics. I'm gonna bring Joe in here on the sofa. Joe, come on in here and sit down, and we're gonna talk about what we're gonna do here.
Thanks for having us in there.
Take care, guys, out there in Florida. Thanks for being a customer, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Take it easy.
All right, so here we are back in the showroom. Joe's now sitting down. Joe, how's it going again, man?
Good, how are you?
I must like you or something. I have you on all the time, huh?
All the time.
Yeah, you're a good guest. Thanks. You're an excellent guest. The reason I'm going to have Joe on here for a short period of time is because Joe is going to be under the gun here.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Joe, we invited Joe out here to, it wasn't an arm twist because he loves coming to Neptune Aquatics, right?
I don't mind spending a couple hours here once a weekend.
And a couple of Benjamins.
That too, yeah.
For sure, is definitely a candy store for all of us. But one of the things I wanted to do live, okay, is you've been working super hard on making what was a great app even better
right.
through the install process, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And yeah, it's been out there for a little while. People have it now, and so people are using it. Even new customers are using it. We're getting feedback. What's the feedback been like?
So far, the feedback is the setup is extremely easy.
Okay.
I've talked to a bunch of people that have been going through it. I've worked with a few people that were having issues. A couple people that have set up Apexes before that were trying to do it the old way. They thought, you know, I know what a link token is. I
Right.
can just do it. And I'm like,
The
no,
evil link token.
You
No more link token.
You seriously want to try the new iOS app.
Right.
So once I transitioned that, you know, those few people over to using the iOS app, they were like, okay, I'm a believer. That's right. That's what we need. So it's just been super easy. It takes about 10 minutes to go from box to plugged in and connected to your Wi-Fi network.
So we're going to find out.
Oh, man.
We're going to find out live. Okay, this is the real test, right?
This is a test.
Of TV, because if it goes well, we can broadcast this everywhere, because
That's
people will be
right.
like, oh my gosh, they took a chance, they did this thing live.
Yeah.
Look at this. It really is that easy to set this up. If it fails, I don't know what's going to happen, Joe.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to fail, though. It's been pretty
I like the
consistent.
confidence.
That's right. I've done it a lot in testing it this past year, this past summer and everything.
So we're not going to have Joe set it up, because that wouldn't be fair, because Joe knows exactly how it goes.
That
right?
would be cheating.
We're not going to have Vincent set it up. Vincent's running around here in the studio trying to get things all set up. That would not be good.
No.
What we decided to do, because Robert is homesick with the flu, Robert is one of the owners with his wife Sarissa of Neptune Aquatics, this store. He's home with the flu, or so he says, okay? And so he couldn't be here, because he really is probably one of the least knowledgeable guys here on Apex at Neptune Aquatics. He knows how they work, and he knows how to hit the buttons, but in terms of setting them up, he has guys that do that.
He has guys to do
He
it.
doesn't.
That's right.
He doesn't do that. But we're not going to put one of those guys either. We're going to get one of his guys that has never set up an Apex before. The guy
Perfect.
knows all about them. Again, knows how to use them.
That's perfect.
But's never set one up before. We're going to bring him in here on the sofa and see if he can do it.
Awesome.
If he can do it live.
This is exciting.
Yep. All right, so let's bring James in here.
All right, cool.
Hopefully he's not with a customer. He's coming in. Grab your Apex there, James, and come on in here. We've got one new in the box. Yeah, hand it over to me while you try to squeeze in. Pass the microphone there. So James, how you doing,
All right,
man?
good. How you guys doing? How you doing, Paul? Good?
Paul?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So first mistake on camera.
Sorry.
Don't worry, he's got sweaty hands too. He is
Well,
nervous
yeah.
as hell.
No, I'm
this
with
poor
the
guy.
customer.
Okay.
I'm with the customer. Yeah. Water.
Blame it
salt
on the
water.
fish water.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
So
All right. Oh my gosh.
it's all down here from
It
now.
is. Yeah. No, it's okay.
So James here. How long you worked here at Neptune Aquatics?
4 years off and on.
And you've
yeah.
never had to install one of these for somebody?
Nope, I have never had to.
Okay. And I'll believe you. Okay.
Yeah,
We've got your phone here. We've
Yes.
got the app that we've already downloaded. We've got this Apex here.
Okay.
And you know about the Apex, right?
Yes, I do.
All right. So this is going to be a quiz on the Apex then.
Okay.
We're going to see whether or not what you know exactly.
Sure.
Okay. First of all, the Apex. What do you call the power outlet bar that comes with the Apex?
The power bar, identity bar.
Energy bar what?
32?
832.
832. 832.
Okay,
Okay.
close,
832.
close. Okay.
EV32.
Can you use that Energy Bar 832 with an Apex Classic?
No.
You sure about that?
Yes, you can. No, I'm not too sure.
Go with your first answer.
No.
No, you cannot use it
No, you
with
cannot. You have
the
to have the
Apex
new one. Yes,
Classic. Okay. Now, if somebody has an Apex,
Yes.
just like this one
Yes,
here,
the EV yeah.
and they want to get flow in their tank,
Correct.
what should you tell them to get?
The P-muffs, the pumps, the P-muffs, right? These guys,
Man.
yes, right here, right here. Not in front of
Man,
my
what
head.
is this?
This is the P-muff, right?
This is the wave, my
wave.
friend, the
Oh my
wave.
gosh.
Okay, so now you know that he really... Yes, he needs to calm down. Now
Well-
you know that he really is a noob as far as
Right.
setting some of this stuff up. We've kind of proven that. I'm going to actually give the Apex that we have here to Vincent, who's off camera. We're going to click over so that you can see that there's no like magical shenanigans here. Vincent's actually taking the new Apex out of the box, okay? He's going to pull it out. He's going to plug in the Energy Bar 832.
Yes, EB38, yeah, EB832.
The EB832.
Yes, EB832.
And he's going to connect that to the Apex base unit.
Yes.
With
Brain.
what is he going to use to connect the two together?
Aquabus.
The Aquabus cable.
The Aquabus
exactly.
cable, yes.
So here you have the base unit, right? Okay.
Okay.
Here we have
Aquabus.
the Aquabus cable. Very good. Here we have the Energy Bar 832. Do you know why
Correct.
it's called the Energy Bar 832?
No, I do not.
Okay, so we're doing sales training here.
Yeah.
This is on Vincent now. You know that, right?
All right.
This is Vincent's problem now. So it's got 8 outlets.
Correct.
Okay,
8
820 volt outlets here.
Okay.
Okay, and then it has 3 1-link connections,
Okay.
and you can use those to connect what?
Your waves.
Your waves, very good, or
Yes.
your Trident.
Your Trident, yeah.
Or
Trident
your
works.
dose.
All right, any 3 of those,
Okay,
yes.
any of those, okay? And then it's got 2 of the 2-pin DC connections on there.
Okay, yeah.
What can you use one of those for?
That'd
you
be for
remember?
your module, like your pH.
Beam up?
Yeah,
The beam up?
Yeah, the beam up.
Okay,
yeah.
or like one of the little solenoid valves.
Solenoid, okay.
Okay.
They had to control flow, yeah.
All right, so you can do that with it. Okay?
Okay.
Vincent's got the probes over here too. Let's go back to our camera here. And you have the, let's see, let's get the actual app on here. Okay? So you actually have the app connected. This one has been connected to a couple of different apexes.
Yes.
So now we have to install a new apex. Do we know how to do that?
No.
We don't? I don't know how to do it.
Well, yes, we're going to hit this button right here,
Okay.
and we're going to call it, let's say, James's Reef.
So we're setting up a new apex.
Yes,
Okay.
James's Reef.
Okay, cool.
And let's say it's 150 gallon.
Okay.
And we're going to hit continue.
So we're doing this right now live. Now it's what's it asking you?
Which apex? We're going to use the apex or the apex EPL. You have the choice.
Does it look like that one?
It looks like that one.
Okay,
yes.
good.
So we're going to do that. Connect using Wi-Fi.
Oh, this is going too fast, man. This is
Oh.
for people. No, I'm kidding.
oh.
It's okay. It's good for it to go fast. Now what is it doing?
It is waiting for us to power on the apex. So now it's going to show us how to connect the Aquabus. Do it like this.
Okay.
And do
Playing
the
some
side.
pretty music.
Yeah. And we're going to go from here.
Yep, into the Aquabus there, right?
Aquabus.
It's showing you a picture too.
Oh.
It's already plugged in, so don't worry about that.
Well, yeah, it's easy.
Plug it in over there. Now you're plugging it into the 832.
Yep.
Good.
Now we're just going to let it then sync, right? Yes.
Okay.
Yep. We can
Now
change
it's-
a bunch of colors. And
Now it's changing colors here. You can see it on camera. Whoop, whoop.
there
In
you
front of you. You can hold it. So now it's going to connect to the apex. That might take it a little while to
Okay.
figure out what's going on. Okay.
Okay.
And it asks if you see a blue logo.
And I see not yet.
Okay.
I don't see.
You don't see a blue logo yet, do you?
No. So do I hit
Okay.
this?
I don't see a blue logo. Okay.
Okay. I see a blue logo.
So what's it doing now?
Enable Apex hotspot. Do we have to?
Oh, you have to do that?
Yes. Do I have to?
See, we already got into a hang up here.
Hang on, I can fix it.
It's okay, guys. So it's asking you to basically reset the apex, okay? And Vincent's going to grab a little reset button there, and he's going to reset it so it goes into hotspot mode. And it might be because the Wi-Fi here is a little sketchy
Yes.
in the realm of all the Wi-Fi stuff in this building
Yes.
and the cement walls and everything. So Vincent's going to reset it. And now it's going to reset, right, Vincent?
Yep.
Just thinking about it.
Now it's going orange.
Blue. All
And
right.
now it's blue.
Blue.
Show them that it's blue.
Blue.
Okay, now it's blue.
Now we're going to say I see. a
So
blue
I want to say one thing, first of
Yes.
all. Things did not go as planned, but it was not that big of a deal. It told you what
No,
to do.
It was easy to fix.
Easy to
Very
fix.
easy to fix.
And now it says, I see the blue logo. So
I'm
you
gonna
click,
hit
I see the blue logo. Okay. Now it says, scan the label.
So
Okay.
grab your smartphone.
You grab your smartphone, scan that label.
There you go.
Now it
Just
scanned the
like that.
label.
So we're going to watch so
Now it's asking, do you want to join Apex? So you say
yes,
join.
Join.
Now it's going to connect to that Apex.
Okay.
I don't know. How long is that going to take, Joe?
1 or 2 minutes.
1 to
okay.
2 minutes. Okay, so I don't know. How many customers you get a day come in and ask about the Apex?
Or at least 5 a day.
Are you serious? At least 5 a day?
At least 3 to 5 a day.
That's
yeah.
so awesome. What are
Yeah.
they thinking about the Trident?
Everybody that hasn't picked one up yet, they love it. They absolutely love it. They show me all their stats, where it's at, and how consistency, how everything is very consistent. The colors, the growth,
Are you
everything.
jealous?
Very jealous. Yes. I don't have one yet, but I'm very jealous.
Uh-huh.
I still do all the testing and dosing by hand and manual for everything here.
Yeah, so the thing is that many of the stores would love to have these on all of their systems,
Yeah.
but they'd love better to be making profit. So every one
Customers
that they
come first.
get goes out to their customers and helping out their customers for sure. All right, what do we have now? Now you get to pick which one?
Which Wi-Fi?
Okay, so pick the one that you know is the right one here.
That's this.
Okay.
Neptune Euro. All right, and we're gonna do.
And oh yeah, I got to move. Hang on, before you type in the password, because we don't want to show off the password. Right? I've been told that I need to somehow or another bring this off the screen. I'll tell you what. While you type in the password, I will go to this other screen, the main shot, and now nobody sees that. You type in the password, okay? And then I'll come back once it's all typed in. Just leave it right there. And now we're back. Oh, it showed it.
No, it didn't.
It did over here.
No.
It did over here.
All right.
For whatever reason, even though there were dots on the screen here, when you are connected through NDI, it shows the whole thing.
Oh my god.
So, well, on the replay, I can blur it out, but until then, everybody saw it. So.
Well, that's fine. All right. So finish setup.
Yep. Finish setup. That's so funny. I never tested that. It was dots on your phone, so it was hidden. And when I went over to the thing on here going through NDI, it showed it. So now it's configuring the Apex to work on the Wi-Fi network. So far, pretty simple.
Very simple.
You think you can do this?
Yes.
Even though you
usually do it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, this is very easy.
You can help customers through this, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So on the Trident, how many people a day ask about the Trident?
Too many. A lot of people ask about it.
A lot of people?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we're putting out more and more of them,
Which is
but,
good,
it's like, we can't seem to catch up for some reason.
I keep getting hit up about all the time, constantly.
I just see the guys in the back just building. It's like Santa's little workshop, building. And we keep pushing them out the back door, and we have pallets that go out, and we have Vincent comes over here to you guys and brings them in, brings a stack of them to you. And
still don't have enough.
Still don't have enough for all the customers. So right now it is prepping the dashboard, it says, which I hope is a good sign, Joe, that things are going the way it should be. So we're getting off-camera answers here. Logging in now, Jeremy Young says. Okay. Nice. Prepping your dashboard. Let's see. Give the poor man an Apex, Wicked Scuba says. Give the poor man. Could not link this Apex. This Apex is online, but couldn't establish with Apex Fusion the cloud service. Did he maybe type in the password wrong?
Try again.
Hit retry.
Try again.
It's possible that password that he actually used, don't try using it here, because maybe it's not going to work.
Yeah. It's a trick.
No, we'll go back to the wide shot here so you guys can see.
All right, there it goes.
Oh,
okay,
look at that.
Got it.
Just as I went back. Okay.
All right.
We have success.
Go to my dashboard.
Go to the dashboard.
And
now you see the Apex. Obviously, right now, all of the probes are not going to have values because this is brand new. We do have a stack of probes here. Why don't you pick up the probes there just so we can show them people what comes with the Apex, right?
So we have,
you know what that one is?
I do not know which one this is.
Okay, that one is the conductivity probe, which is also the salinity probe. Okay. Pick up the next one. And we'd plug all these in if we wanted to drag this out for you guys, but there's no sense in us doing that now. By the way, you could plug them in and use them right away. Which one's that?
This is a pH probe?
Correct. And hang on, bring it up here because we're going to talk about a couple of things, right? Does this stay on or come off?
That comes off.
Okay, and if there was a little bit of crust around here, does that mean they return it to Neptune Aquatics?
No, yes. Yes? Neptune Systems?
No, if there's a little crust on here, it's just a little dirt.
Oh,
see, this is what most people think.
See, that's what I would,
So now you know if a customer comes in, they just wipe it off. Now, there's a fluid inside here, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that fluid sometimes evaporates out through the edges. And it's going to be fine even if you only see a drop in there, okay? Because all that you don't want to have happen is this to be off and for it to be dry. So you might get a customer, that might call you up or might come in and they might say, hey, I see all this white salty crust on here.
Okay.
Is that a problem? You say no. You can just, wipe it off and everything's fine. Okay?
Okay.
And you might see that on this next probe too. What's this next probe?
I am not too sure.
That is the ORP probe. And the ORP probe is oxidation reduction potential, okay? And that one is also possible that it could dry out a little and get the crust on it. Not a big deal.
Same thing, not a big deal.
Okay? And then the last probe is the most important probe of them all.
Which is?
We did salinity, we did pH, we did ORP. What's left? The most important thing. Temperature. The most important thing on your tank is temperature. And all of these probes will work out of the box within a range that's going to keep your tank safe.
Got it.
Okay? And all of these probes have alarms on them already pre-configured, so you don't even need to worry about that out of the box.
That's easy.
Okay? So
I got that.
That's the probes. Now, the next thing you're probably thinking as a customer is, gee, what do I do? Where do I go from here? What do I do, right?
Yes.
So what's the most common piece of equipment that people have that they need in just about every single aquarium? Every aquarium, a return pump. Yes, you must move water from the filtration area through the thing. So we got one off camera here. Here's a common one right here.
Yes.
Okay, let's just go ahead and set it right there. This is a quiet one pump.
Yes.
It's a standard AC pump.
Yes.
I would not recommend this one. Do you know why?
Why not?
Because we have a much better pump.
Correct.
It's called
exactly.
the Core 20.
The Core 20s are a lot better, yes.
And I'm not going to take you through the setup of the Core 20. Here's the Core 20 right here. It's about twice as silent as the silent one, okay, or more. It is nearly silent. They are on sale today for $50 off.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay.
You're supposed to go, yes.
Yes, that's a good deal. Yeah,
yes,
that's good.
It's awesome. We have them in stock.
We have them. Yes, we have plenty of them.
Okay. So the this pump though is just a regular AC pump.
Yes.
It plugs in and it works. A lot of people have this. You might even have an all-in-one system with a small pump in the back.
Yeah.
To set anything up on the Apex that is a standard piece of equipment, you can do that through what are called tasks.
Tasks, okay.
Okay, are you familiar with that at all?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if you are.
Let's see, we're going to hit that.
Yep, okay, it might take it a second. Now, everything has its own little task. Let's see if there's one in there for the return pump.
Which I'm sure there is. Return pump, right?
Exactly, select it. Let's just have you do it.
Yeah. So you're going to plug the return pump into the available anywhere. Okay.
Go ahead.
Just like that.
Okay.
Next. Here's step 2 of 5, and we're going to put reef pump. We're going to probably do pump like that.
No. What does it say? Read what it says.
Okay. Select the output to which your return pump is connected.
Which one did you connect it to?
That would be this bottom right one.
Which is what?
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8. I see. Okay.
So select number 8.
There. Bam.
Okay.
Now we can change. Oh, now we can change that to
whatever you want.
Return pump. That is very easy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Hit next.
Next.
Read what? Oh, you hit next twice. Now what does it say?
Select the feed cycle to control the pump. Okay. So, and you can control how many. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
So you can set up what feed cycle you want.
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 10 minutes when it goes to feed, and it's on feed mode A is what you're going to use, and you hit next.
Next.
Now when you turn on feed mode A, it's going to stop this pump for 10 minutes.
That's so
before it turns back
very
on.
Cool. I default turn that. Okay.
So now it's telling you everything that it did to set it up, right?
Easy. Yeah.
It's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, very easy.
Go ahead.
Hit set.
Click finish. It's going to go ahead and set it up, and look at that.
It turns it on.
It's running.
Yeah.
Dry. So you might want to unplug it.
Yeah. We unplug that.
But it's running because how often do we have our return pump on?
24/7.
24/7.
Exactly.
So it's set it up to be on all the time except for when it's in feed mode, right?
Yes.
So that's our return
awesome.
pump.
That's easy.
Okay. So now let's say we're on a medium-sized tank. Another piece of equipment that we would put on would be what? Name something.
Skimmer. Protein skimmer.
Protein skimmer. So we've got one here, right?
Yes. We got this.
So we've got this. We've got there's a control box for it. There's the skimmer.
Yeah.
And it obviously has its own control box and DC power supply, right? Because it's a DC driven skimmer.
Correct.
So now you can also, with a task, probably set up a skimmer. Would you think?
Yes.
So let's do that.
So we're gonna go to task.
Everybody says how hard it is to set up an Apex.
This is easy. This is my first time doing this.
We're like 11 minutes in or 10 minutes in to setting up an Apex,
easy.
and we're already on the skimmer.
Next,
okay.
Of course, attach the Of course. Next, plug the skimmer into an available.
You can take your time. You can read it if you want to. It's going to tell you what it's going to do.
Plug the skimmer into an available energy outlet. Okay. So
You're going to plug it in, right, to an available outlet. I would not use 8 again.
No,
because
that's already set up for
that would probably be bad.
So we're going to do 7.
Okay, we're on 7. You don't need to plug the whole thing in. We get the picture.
Okay.
Okay.
Next. Plug the skimmer into the Okay, next.
Yep.
And we are at output number 7.
Number 7.
Which is that.
Yep. Did you get 7?
Yeah, right? Output 7?
Yep, 2-7. There you go.
There you go, easy. We're going to change that to, skimmer.
Skimmer.
Oh, right there.
Jeremy Young says no dry run shut off. No, not on that pump, my friend. That is a quiet one, a not so quiet one that does not have the dry run shut off on it. Although with the Apex, if you had that on, the Apex Energy Bar 832, you could do power monitoring. Okay. And when you do power, hang on one sec, don't go any further for them because we're going to walk through that. When you do power monitoring, when it goes dry, it's going to use a different level of power.
Okay.
And you could get an alert based on that and shut down the outlet. So now what's it asking you?
Select the output to which the return pump was connected.
Why do you think the skimmer wants to know about the return pump?
In case it shuts off. In case they shut off.
So when you go into feed mode,
it shuts that off as well.
Exactly. So when you go into feed mode for 10 minutes, right?
It's going to shut off the skimmer as well.
What's going to happen in the sump?
Water level's going to rise.
And what's going to happen to your skimmer?
It's going to overflow.
Bad news, right?
Yeah, very bad news.
Really bad news.
Yeah.
And so with this task, what it does is it wants to know what outlet you have your return pump in.
Oh,
so as soon as it goes into feed mode, it shuts your skimmer off.
Oh, that's very cool.
And then when feed mode finishes, what do you think it's going to do?
It usually should turn it back on, but it delays it, right?
But it delays it because it's going to take time for that
the water
skimmer,
level
the sump to equalize.
Yes.
So that's why it's asking you. Do you remember which one it should say on there? The return pump, right?
Yep, number 8.
There you go. Okay.
And
then this is basically how much time after, right?
Yeah.
And it usually doesn't take that long. Right? Maybe it takes 2 or 3 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, a minute or two.
Just to be sure.
So
set it for whatever you want.
Okay. Next.
Hit next. Now it's going to tell you everything it did, right? It says on there by default it's going to turn it on all the time. When it loses communication, it's going to be off.
Yep.
You know, and it's going to set all of that up for you.
Wow, that's so very convenient, very quick,
very easy, huh?
Very easy.
So go ahead, program that up, and it's going to program your apex, and there you go.
Done. Wow.
So, once again, we are now just another couple of minutes into it. We've set up our return pump, and we've set up our skimmer. And you can just go through each and every one of your devices like this and set it up. Even if you happen to have the dose and you're dosing 2-part, right?
Yeah.
Again, 10% off today. Okay. Dose DDR together, $405.
Which we have in stock.
There's probably a task there. Why don't you go to one of those tasks? It's not going to show up completely, but you can select it. Let's say we're dosing 2-part.
Yeah, dosing manual, dose calibration, dose automatic water change, dosing additive dose.
There you go.
There you go.
Now it's going to tell you this is what you want to do. Set your stuff up like this.
Yep. Wow, easy.
Yep. Scroll down.
Next.
And then it's going to ask you where your dose is. Obviously, we don't have one plugged in now, but we could go through this whole process.
We can keep going, yeah.
And go through and put in how many milliliters you want. And literally, if you bought like a whole slew of Apex gear, in a couple of hours in an afternoon, you have your entire aquarium set up.
Rather than waiting, yeah.
And hey, I want to ask you one thing. Did you do any programming?
Not at all.
What's one of the biggest questions people ask?
Oh, how do you program an Apex?
Or I'm afraid.
Yeah, or I don't want to mess it up. Yeah,
I don't want to learn how to do all this programming. Most things you're going to do, it's just plug it in and run the task.
Very easy.
So anyway, I mean, that is really how easy this whole process is.
That was very easy. For somebody who's never done this before, that was incredibly easy.
Live. And even we ran into a little bit of a
couple hiccups, but nothing I couldn't get over. Yeah.
With the Wi-Fi and connecting with the Wi-Fi, but one little reset on the Apex, and boom, you're on the Wi-Fi.
Ready to go.
So definitely cool. I'm glad that we did this.
Yeah.
This way.
Very easy.
What else you want to say is going on here at Neptune Aquatics? You guys have any sales going on for Black Friday?
We don't actually have any sales going on.
No sales?
No, because we always mark down everything to the best price point as possible. When it comes to our dry goods, most of our livestock is either priced out very, very fairly as well.
Okay. But you do have Neptune stuff on sale.
We do have Neptune stuff on sale, yeah. So if anybody comes in for Neptune system stuff, they can we price match it with the discount that's going on today.
10% off.
10% off, yes.
$50 off on the core pump.
Core pump, yeah. And then we have Trident. We also have Trident and EV832 combos going on today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And what's the latest else that's going on here? You guys have any other cool corals or anything going on? Any neat stuff happening? Freshwater even? Hey, I have to give a shout out to the freshwater guys.
Yeah. See, I'm a freshwater guy at home, yeah.
Oh, man. So you've got the freshwater stuff going on. Yes. Half the showroom that's not being shown right now is freshwater.
Correct.
And
we have, besides new stuff coming, we didn't get any shipments in this week, but we always have coral. We're constantly fragging. I'm always fragging here. We just set up our new display tank, another new display tank. We revamped it a little bit, gave it some more space, new coral. We actually sold a lot out of that tank, which was nice.
That's okay. Go ahead.
No, lots of cool coral coming in, always.
I know you guys always have big shipments that come in. Robert's always putting it out
constantly.
on Facebook.
Always, We just got a shipment 2 days ago.
You guys are over there at the SAW all the time.
Constantly. That's what I'm constantly doing.
I'll tell you, one of the things that I really love about Neptune Aquatics is you go into a lot of places, and even sometimes on the online, right? Yeah. You get these small tiny little frags.
Yeah. Tiny.
And they're like $20, $30, $40,
yeah,
right?
Which is great. Yeah. To us, that's insane. Yeah, ridiculous. I mean, we use inch frag plugs like most other places, but we fill up that frag plug, and we don't skim it. You can take pictures with next to our egg crate, and it's usually bigger than the egg crate piece, which we see that a lot online. Which we don't believe in that here. We don't try to name our stuff. It's it's all out there. It's available, and it's
you can find some jewels down here too.
Lots of nice hidden stuff.
They have a sea of corals. I think Robert's getting a little senile sometimes too. He just starts throwing things in there.
Random, like, hey, that shouldn't belong in there. A lot of it doesn't. We're like, that doesn't belong in there, but you saw it, okay, yeah.
Well, and what he didn't tell you is that each one of their display cases that they have with all these frags in it all have a dollar amount down at the bottom.
Yes.
So it's not like a lot of places where you go in, and like some jewelry store or something. It's like, how much is this? And then the guy thinks in his head, how much can I get out of this guy?
Yeah, it's either $10, $20, $30.
What's the lowest price frag you have?
$10.
$10. So $10. This is another thing too that drives me nuts. That I hear a lot in the zeitgeist of this industry, is corals are so expensive now. Oh, you can't even. Yes, if you want to go out and get the rarest torch coral right now, you're going to spend $500 because nobody can get them.
Correct.
But if you want to load up your tank with some cool corals, some zoanthids,
acros, montes, favias, acams, you name it, we have everything almost for $10. We have something in your price.
You can walk out of here with enough to fill your average size tank for probably $300.
Easy. Yes.
Just an average size, everything.
Everything. Yeah, coral white, any different types of coral leathers. I mean. We have $10 leathers right now. We have $10 combo rocks for $10. It's incredible.
I know you guys get a lot of coral in because I prune mine.
Yeah.
And I give them to Robert. And in fact, that's actually going to happen probably over the weekend. Maybe on Monday I'll drop by here.
Monday I'll be here.
With an ice chest full of
green slimer.
It's funny because Russ at our office got green slimer, and Jeremy Young's like, sorry for being the only one in live chat asking questions. Okay, let's answer Jeremy's question instead of me just blabbling on, okay? Jeremy Young says, so it shuts off the return pump during feed mode. Wouldn't it be better to reduce to 10% less to prevent flooding the tank with bubbles? This is a very good point, something you may not know. This is a reason why, if you run the core pump does that. It's called IQ level.
Okay.
So when you set up, using a task in Apex Fusion, when you set up the core pump, you actually tell the core pump what the maximum and minimum is for your tank. So the minimum in your tank actually isn't all the water coming back to your sump. The minimum is where it just doesn't come over the overflow. But the water is still in the pipe, right?
Yes.
Being held back by the head pressure.
Correct.
So it doesn't flow all the way back to your sump. Nice. And then when it comes out of feed mode, it then turns on and goes over the falls and back into your tank without creating all the bubbles and whatnot that he's talking about.
That's
that Jeremy was talking about. So the answer is yes. If you have the core pump, you get that feature, Jeremy. So that is definitely a good question. Don't know if we have any other questions other than the poor man needs an Apex. Jeremy Young says, doesn't he have gold torches growing out back? I think that was actually for top shelf, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know that you guys have that.
We have some gold torches growing out, yes.
Al Oakley says, what's up with not being able to get the 6-month Trident reagent? You should let us be able to buy 3 2-month supplies for the same cost. Yeah, I can't really do that because some people still want to buy the 2-month supplies. And the stores, keep these in stock. There is obviously a margin that stores, want to make.
Correct.
And we do make available as many 6-month kits as we possibly can. But if we did only 6-month kits, then there'd be a lot of people who wouldn't get any reagent at all because all of our stock would go to the 6-month kits. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you have any 6 months left in stock?
Yes, I do. Oh, I have 6 months. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I have some 6 months left in stock.
Come on down here to Neptune Aquatics if you need 6-month Trident reagent kits.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if there's any other questions. Daniel Brindoff is talking about the waves. He says he's got 4 on his tank. Love them. 1 cord. No power supply.
Yeah, it's a nice feature.
Okay, so it definitely cleans up down below. Is it okay to calibrate your temp probe using a glass of ice and water and calibrating to 32? I would say absolutely not. The reason for that is no matter what you're calibrating, you want to always calibrate near the spot that you're normally going to be testing.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So you wouldn't want to calibrate your Nest thermostat in your house at freezing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because you're rarely going to have your house at freezing.
And then
and it's not for sure that the slope is going to be just an even slope, a uniform linear slope. So that's why you want to calibrate. The best way to calibrate your temp probe is to have a NIST thermostat, which
Okay.
you can buy them at various places
Yeah.
online. I don't know. You guys might have a
don't
NIST
think we-
thermostat here, maybe not.
No.
But if you can't do that, you can buy two different brand thermometers
Okay.
here at Neptune
Aquatics,
Aquatics
yes.
or online. You can put both of those in, average the number of the two, put
There you
that
go.
in as your calibration value, and you're
That's
good to
easy.
go. Let's see. An Apex specific to nanos would be awesome. I don't exactly know what you mean by an Apex specific to nanos, because we have tons of people running
Yeah, I was gonna
nanos
say,
who
one of-
run that.
Yeah. A lot of my customers have a 10-gallon nano tank and they're running an Apex. I'm like, the tank's worth less than the Apex that is actually running the tank, but hey, they want to control everything from water changes to dosing that little 10-gallon, and so be it.
Well, what I think, James, that they really want is they want safety and security for the animals in their tank.
Yes.
And the smaller amount of water that you have, the faster things go south.
Correct. Yes.
So by putting an Apex on a nano, even the Apex EL on a nano, you now get the temperature monitoring, you get the pH monitoring, you get all of this capability. Now, what you might hear out of this same person is, out of Scott, is, well, but it's too expensive. And what I will say back to you, Scott, is, yes, it is an investment to get an Apex, but you don't have to buy the full Apex. You can buy an Apex EL.
Yes.
And today they're $450. And when you think of that,
The life in your tank is worth more than.
yeah, I mean, there are power heads out there that are almost $450.
Yeah. So.
And they don't do what an Apex EL does.
Exactly.
So it's definitely an investment, but if you upgrade your tank, then you can move it with that tank. It's going to be just as good on the new tank as it was on the Nano.
Exactly.
So it's definitely the way to go. Let's see. Don't keep more than 12 months of reagents. Yeah, that's definitely it. Is there a way to set up an Apex when barometric pressure drops? Can it shut off Skimmer? Well, that's a very interesting question. The answer is probably yes. If you had a barometer, an electronic barometer that had a switch on it that would switch on or off, very similar to a humidistat, then you could connect that up to a breakout box and turn on and off your skimmer based on that. I don't know if there is such an animal that is a barometer with an on-off switch in it, but if you did, you could do that. Very cool question. Okay, guys, we're going to be wrapping up here in a second. Once again, it is Black Friday. 10% off all of the Neptune Systems products.
Yes.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for having us here at
no
Neptune
problem.
Aquatics.
Always
Top
welcome.
Shelf Aquatics, for sure. We've got the $50 off on
Very
the
good
core
deal.
pump, which is a great deal on a great pump. And we're going to be going live again on Monday for Cyber Monday. We'll be doing that at the office. Paul and I, maybe we'll set up out in the warehouse. We like to do something fun at the office. We'll set up someplace interesting at the warehouse, do a Cyber Monday, shut down the Black Friday. Supplies are limited at all the local fish stores on the things that are for sale. They're not going to be able to get restocked before Monday. So if you want to get in on any of these deals, you got to do it now. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us.
Thank
Thanks to Joe also for coming on and watching us set this up. Thanks
Yeah,
for being a
that's
good
very
guinea
easy.
pig, man.
Yeah, exactly. Very good.
I know it was
Awesome.
hard.
Yeah, it was very difficult.
And,
Yeah, very easy. I'm very impressed with how easy this was.
So now you can do it for customers.
Exactly.
So until Monday, guys, we'll have a time come out on the internet at what time that is. Thanks again for joining us with Let's Talk Reef, Black Friday edition.
Yep.
And, we'll see you later. Enjoy those fish.
Yep.